Hello everybody, my name's Alex and I'm a physiotherapist from Physio Function, and I'm going to be taking this level 3 different strokes exercise class today. So as always, we want you to have a challenging and enjoyable class, but it is really important for your safety that you exercise to the correct level. So level 3 exercise classes are designed for people who can move their affected leg reasonably well and who can stand with a support if needed, but may have some restricted movement in their upper limb. Okay, it's a combination of sitting and standing in this class, so there will be some seated exercises. So if you have a dining chair, a wheelchair, something sturdy and upright that you can sit in. And then for your standing exercises, it is a requirement that you have a carer or a family member, someone available to assist you to supervise for safety, and just to make sure you've got either a kitchen worktop or a table or a sturdy upright chair that you can use for support. Okay, so today what we're going to do is we're going to do a full body circuit class. Okay, so we're doing a combination of upper body exercises, lower body exercises, and core stability balance work with a bit of cardiovascular stuff stuck in there as well for good measure. So what we'll do is we'll start in sitting. So if you make your way down to your chair, okay, and I want you to sit nice and tall in your chair. Okay, sitting as tall as you can in really nice posture. Think shoulders back, head nice and high. Okay, we're just going to start by doing some nice big shoulder rolls backwards. So thinking lifting the shoulders up towards the ears and then back and down. Up to the ears and back and down. Lovely. Nice big shoulder rolls back and down. Good. It's always useful as well to have a drink nearby. Please also take rest as you need. Work within your limits, okay? And then just join back in when you feel ready. I'll try and provide different options. Okay, we're going to change direction with the shoulder rolls while I'm talking. I'll try and provide different options for you. Okay, some seated options as well for the standing exercises. So please just work within what you feel is your limits for today. Okay, so some days you may feel like you can do more standing exercises than others, or you may find that you want to do them all in standing. So just work within whatever your limits are. Okay, right, we're going to hold our hands together now in front. Okay, I want you to do a nice big shoulder roll backward with your elbow as well, with the right and then the left, a bit like a backstroke. Right elbow back, then the left. Right and left, lovely. Right and left. Big strokes back. Really nice. And left. Good. Right arm back, left arm back. Good. Right and left. Lovely. Let's do one more each way. And then I want you to relax your hands down. Okay, so I want you to try and reach your arms forward now so they can be held together in front or on your knees. You're going to reach forward, rounding those shoulders, slump down into your chair and drop your head to your chest. Then you're going to grow nice and tall, shoulders wide, head nice and high. And then again, we're going to round that back, reach those arms forward, drop your head, chin to chest. Then grow nice and tall, shoulders back, head high. Good, round your back, drop your head, chin to chest, reaching those arms. Feel that nice stretch down your back. And then sit nice and tall, shoulders wide, head nice and high. Lovely, one more here. We're going to drop your head, chin to chest, rounding that back. And then grow nice and tall, shoulders wide, head nice and high. Okay, so now what we're going to do, we'll start with your unaffected side. Okay, you're going to reach your arm up to the side and back. And I want you to try and turn and look over your shoulder. Okay, so you're just reaching as high and wide as you can. And then we're going to bring the arm and we're going to try and thread it through, so between our arm and our body on the opposite side. If that's a bit tricky, you can just reach around, okay? And again, we're trying to open, reaching around, following with our eyes, and then we're going to bring it back around, thread it through. Now, this is a really nice exercise to get a bit of movement, especially if you get a bit stiff in this upper area of your back. It's a really nice one to start stretching out all those muscles and getting rid of that bit of stiffness in those joints. Good, and we're gonna reach up and back, follow with our head if we can, and thread that arm through. Good, one more here, reaching up and open, and thread those arms through. Good, we're gonna change sides now. So on your affected side, if you've got some movement in your arm, I want you to think about just moving as much as you can, mainly thinking about bringing that shoulder back, bring that arm back as much as you can. So we're going backwards here, and then again, trying to bring that shoulder and arm through, okay? So you've got trying to lead from that shoulder, or alternatively, you could hold your hands together in front, bring your arms up and over that shoulder, looking over towards the wall behind you, and then bringing the hands down towards the opposite knee, okay? So we're either coming up and reaching here, and then bring that shoulder back and through, or we're coming here, arms up, hands down towards the opposite knee. Let's do a couple more here, whichever option you're choosing. Again, feeling that rotation happening in the upper area of your back, and down. And we're going to do one more. We're going to reach up and back, and then down and across. Really nice. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of get our legs starting to warm up. Okay, so I want you to lift up onto your toes, so lifting your heels, then lower down, and then I want you to lift one knee. Then we're going to lift up your lift up your heels again, and then we're going to lift the other knee. Lovely. Try and sit nice and tall, really use your tummy muscles, trying not to lean back when you lift that leg up. So lift up the heels, lower, raise the knee. Back down, lift up your heels, lower, raise the opposite knee, back down, heels up, lower, raise your knee, and down, heels up, lower, raise your knee, back down, heels up, lower, raise your knee, back down, heels up, lower, raise your knee, back down. Okay, this time we're going to think about rocking back on our heels to lift up our toes. So lifting up our toes, and then we're going to raise our knee and bring our opposite elbow around. Okay, so lifting up your toes, raising a knee, opposite elbow. Raise the toes, lift opposite knee, the opposite elbow. Sitting nice and tall. Toes up, down, opposite knee to elbow. If you can't get them to touch, that's absolutely fine. Just get as close as you can. You're just thinking about that motion of twisting and lifting that knee. Lift the toes up, down, opposite knee to elbow, back down. Lift up, down, opposite knee to elbow, back down. One more each side. Up, down, opposite knee to elbow. One more, up, down, opposite knee to elbow. Lovely. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is the highs and lows. So with your arms, we're just going to start by reaching our arms forward and then back. So starting to loosen up those arms a bit. Arms forward and back. Okay, now we're going to go forward and we're going to try and raise them up. So you're only going to go as far as you can. If you get shoulder pain, please do not push into it. Just move within your limit and back in. So we're going to go forward, up, down, back in. Forward, up, down, back in. And again, forward, up, down, back in. Forward, up, down, back in. Okay, this time we're going to add a bit of a reach down. So we're going to reach down towards the floor as far as you can control, back in, and then we're going to reach high. Lovely. So we're going to reach down towards the floor as far as you can control, come back up, reach up to the sky. And again, reach forwards and down to the ground as far as you can control, come back up, reach high. Let's do 4 more here. Reach down towards the ground, come up, reach high. Again, moving within your limits, down towards the ground, come back up, reach high. That's it, nearly there. down towards the ground, come back up, reach high. Let's do one more, down towards the ground, reach up and high. Lovely, well done. Okay, so next one we're going to do is some sit to stands. This is our last exercise in the warm-up before we come into our main circuit. So sit yourself forward on your chair, okay, bottom nice and towards the edge, feet equal and underneath your knees. If you need to use your hands, then please do, and make sure you've got your support nearby. Okay, so hands on the chair if you need them. If you can do it without your hands, you could have your hands on your knees or crossed on your chest, okay? So we're going to go forward, weight over the feet, then drive up through the legs, squeezing the bottom at the top. And then we're going to stick our bottom back down as we come sit, reaching back if we need. Forward, squeeze up, nice and tall, sit your bottom back, slowly control back down to the chair. And again, reach forward, drive up, squeeze nice and tall, slowly back down, bottom back to the chair. And again, forwards and up, squeeze nice and tall, slowly sit down, bottom to the chair. You'll have to excuse this chair, it likes to blow air in and out every time I stand up. So chair, not me. And forward and up, squeezing nice and tall, bottom back, slowly control down, reaching if you need, keeping that weight even through both your legs. Okay, let's go one more here, forward and up, squeeze nice and tall, slowly back down, controlling that sit. Fantastic. Okay, grab yourselves a drink if you need one. We're going to come into our main circuit now. So the first exercise is an upper body exercise. So we're going to do a push-up in standing. So what I want you to do is if you can either use for this a wall, okay, or you can use a chair or a bench, okay. The wall is probably going to be slightly easier than the chair would be, but whatever you have available, we can modify and work with it. So if you're going to be using a wall, what I want you to do is to have your hands, okay, either you can have them shoulder width apart if that's available to you, or alternatively, you can hold your hands together in front here, supporting your affected side, okay? The further back you are, the harder this is. If you are stepping back, you want to think about squeezing your bottom tummy tight to keep yourself in a nice straight line. Okay, we're lowering ourselves towards the wall, staying in that nice straight line, and then we're coming back up. So lowering down and pushing away. If you come a bit closer, that's going to make it easier. If you're using a chair, please make sure it's a sturdy one, and you've got somebody to support it if needed, okay? You can either hinge at your hips, so you're pushing down, keeping that back nice and straight, okay? Or if you want to make it a bit trickier, you're stepping back, you're keeping your tummy tight, and you're lowering down here. However, that is a lot more effortful, but it's just making sure that your chair is nice and steady and you're working within your abilities, okay? So, we're going to go for 90 seconds. If you need to have a rest within this time, then you definitely can have a little pause, give a little shake out, and then just try and join back in when you're ready, okay? So I'm going to get my stopwatch ready. Off we go. So hands there, tummy in, bottom squeeze, nice straight line. We're lowering towards the wall or the chair and away. Nice and controlled here. So go for control. Pushing equally through those arms if you can. So again, you're really trying to work that affected side. There, keep squeezing that bottom and drawing that tummy button in. Really nice. Well done, you're halfway. So if you need to, you can stop, give it a little bit of a shake, and then just start that when you're ready. So you're lowering in and away. In and away. Well done, everyone. Got 30 seconds left. Keep working those arms, drawing that tummy in, squeezing that bottom, staying in a nice straight line. Really nice. Remember, if you're further away, if you need to step it in but keep moving, then just move it closer to make it slightly less resistant. Let's do one more here. And then relax. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to come to the first cardio exercise. Okay, so the first cardio exercise is going to be a burpee. So what we're going to do, I want you to be in front of your chair, okay, or your bench or support, okay. Holding the support, you're going to step back, back, forward, forward, and then you're going to try and reach an arm. So you can either, if you've got the balance, you could clap your hands or reach your arms up, or you can alternate lifting your arms each time. So you're going back, back, forward, forward, reach or clap. If you're choosing to sit for this option, similar thing, I'm going to sit nice and tall, forward, forward, back, back, reach, forward, forward, back, back, reach, clap, alternate reach, whichever one you'd like to do. Okay, so we're going to go for 1 minute. Get my stopwatch ready. And off we go. So back, back, forward, forward, reach. Back, back, forward, forward, reach. I didn't change my arms. Back, back, forward, forward, reach. Back, back, forward, forward, reach. Doesn't have to be big steps. Just moving as quickly as you can with control. Back, back, forward, forward, reach. 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 So stand tall with the reach. Forward, forward, reach. Back, back, forward, forward, reach. Lovely. Keep it moving. Back, back, forward, forward, reach. Moving at your own pace. Nearly there. One more. And stop. Well done. Grab yourself a drink if you need them. Okay, the next exercise we're going to do is one for our legs. Okay, so I'm going to show you facing towards you, but I would want you to have your hands on a support. What we're going to do is we're going to do a side step. So you're going to step out to the side, and then if you can, you're going to do a little knee bend on that side. Straighten it up, back to the middle. If that's a bit tricky for you, you could just do the side step and then the step back. We're going to do one side at a time, so I will tell you when we're halfway and we'll change legs. So remember, it's a step out to the side, little knee bend. When you're doing the knee bend, think about sticking your bottom back a little bit, keeping your heel on the ground, drive back up, step it back in. Now, it doesn't have to be such a wide step either. You could just do a tiny step here and come back in. It's whatever works for you. It might be a little bit of a stretch on your inner thigh as well. So just move within your limits again. All of this is within your limits and your capabilities. Okay, so we're going to go 45 seconds each side. I am going to stand, I'll stand in front actually, but if you stand to the support, you can do it here. Okay, but I'm going to stand in front so that you can see. Okay. Check I've got my right one. Hang on. Just set that stopwatch. I'd set it for 45 minutes, so that would have been quite a long time. So here we go. So step to the side, holding support, little bend, up, back in. Step, bend, up, back in. So from the side, you're stepping, bending, bottom back, keeping that chest up, back in, okay? So side step, bend, up, back together, holding that support is needed. Step, bend, up, back in. Try and make your hands as light as you can as well. You're using your arms, but you're using them only as much as you need to, okay, for your balance. The idea with this one is we're trying to get our legs to do as much as we can. And back in. Okay, we're going to change sides now. So finish the rep that you're doing and then change sides. Out to the other side, a little bend, up, back in. Step to the side, little bend, Drive up through your heel, back in. Good. Step to the side, little bend. Drive up through your heel, back in. Lovely. Side, little bend. Drive up through your heel, back in. Nice and controlled. Keep that tummy tight. Little bend. Drive up to straighten, back together. Out to the side. Little bend. Drive up through your heel, back together. Lovely. Okay, on to our next cardio exercise. So, holding your support, we're going to be doing high knees. So you're going to get try and lift your knees as high as you can. So you can hold the support in front and lift them up here. Or if you're choosing to have a sit down, you're going to have a sit in your chair, okay, and you're lifting those knees as high as you can, keeping that chest up. So we're going to go for a minute. Okay, holding your support. Let me get to my stopwatch again, get my minute. Okay, and off we go. Nice high knees. If you're standing in front though, just make sure you don't bash your knees. Okay, we're trying to march as high as we can. Give those arms a swing, opposite arm a swing if you can as well. If you're only using one arm to support. That's it. You lift those knees up. Big movement. Now, if your knees don't come as high as mine, that is fine. Just move as high as you can. Again, all in your limits. Even if it's just a little walk on the spot. Try and get some control, but some speed. Keep it going. Got 15 seconds. Nearly there. Well done, everyone. You're all doing great. Sit. 3, 2, 1, and stop there. Okay. Grab yourselves a drink if you need one. Okay. The next exercise we're going to do is another sort of lower body, but with a bit of a balance component to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a heel lift. So I want you to try and push up on your toes. Again, try to make your hands as light as possible. Drop them down, and then we're going to do a little squat. Okay, so we're pushing up on our toes, back down, little squat. Okay, focus points here, feet hip width apart, try and keep your weight central, okay, equal through both legs. You may tend to want to go and favour your stronger side, but really try to keep bringing yourself back to the middle. Okay, you're pushing through your toes to bring up your heels. Now, if you don't get very high, that's fine. Just lift as much as you can. Okay, hands nice and light, but keep the weight equal. Drop back down, and when you squat, I want you to think bottom back, let your knees come forward. Okay, keep that chest up. Again, weight nice and equal. Weight down through the middle of your feet. Starting up. Okay, so minute and a half. Off we go. Raising up on those toes, high as you can, slowly down, little squat, power up. Raise up on those toes, push those balls of the feet into the ground, lower down, and squat. Lovely, make those hands light as possible. Lift up on the heels, down, and squat. Lovely, lift up the heels, good posture, nice balance, and squat. Lift up on the heels, make sure that weight is central. And back and down. Good, make sure you're really trying to use that affected side as much as possible. Keeping that chest up, lift up, down, step back. Up, nice straight knees, squeezing your bottom, down, step back. Good. Lift up, squeeze, sit back, squeeze your bottom, nearly there. Lift up, squeeze, back down, and squat. And again, lift up and squeeze, back down, sit back. Let's do one more. Lift up here, really squeeze nice and tall, really use those leg muscles, and then you're going to sit back and squat, drive up. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to come into our last lot of cardio. So we're going to go back to our burpees again. So remember, if you're standing, we're going back, back, forward, forward, and a raise. If you're sitting, you're doing the same thing in your chair, back, forward, forward, back, back, and raise, okay? So we're going to go for 1 minute here. Get yourself ready, off we go. Back, back, forward, forward, raise or clap. Back, back, forward, forward, raise or clap. Back, back, forward, forward, raise or clap. Remember, keep your arm support if you need it. Just keep those arms and those legs moving. Idea for this one is we're going to just move constantly. So I just want you to move however far is comfortable. Now, even if you get to the time where you're tired and you can't move back, just do some little marches, 4 marches and a lift or a clap. Okay, just keep those arms and those legs moving. You're nearly there now. Keep it going. Final bit of cardio. Lovely, 1 more. And rest. Brilliant. Okay, grab yourselves a drink if you need one. We have 1 more exercise, okay? So this is a balancing type exercise. So what you're going to do, again, holding your support, we're going to step back. And then if you can, I'm going to get you to try and open your arm on that leg to the side, back in, and then you're going to try and open the other arm to the other side, back in, and together. Then the other leg back, open out, back in, around, back in, together, okay? Using your support. Now, if you struggle and can't just use your affected side to support for that side, I just want you to focus on opening up your unaffected side, and then maybe just turn your head and look towards your affected side as a bit of a balance measure for that leg. So we're going to alternate legs, 1.5 minutes. Last final bit. So you get yourselves in front of your support, okay? If you're really struggling and you want to do an exercise in sitting, I'll get you to do something similar. So you're going to sit here, but you're going to sit nice and tall, arms out. You're going to turn one arm around, back to the middle, and then you're going to try and bring the other arm. Again, if you struggle with your arm, turning, sitting nice and tall, trying to really balance in that chair. Okay? If you're joining me in standing, off we go. We're going to step back, arm open to that side, back in, open to the other side, back in, step together. Left leg back, left arm open, back in, nice and controlled, right arm open, back in, together. Right arm back, right leg back rather, then right arm around, back together, left arm around, back together, back in, left leg back, open that left arm, follow with your head, that will add a bit more of a balance challenge. Open up that right arm, back together, step in, right leg back, open that right arm, far around as you can, back together, left arm, back together, step it in. We've got time for 1 more on each side. Left leg back, left arm open, back together, right arm open, back together, feet back, right leg back, right arm open, back together, left arm open, back together, and step it in. Perfect time. Fantastic. Okay, grab yourselves a drink if you need one. Think I might need one, been talking too much. Okay, so we're just going to come into your cool down now. So we're just going to start with a stretch for your calf muscles here. Okay, so if you're in standing, what I want you to do is hold your support. You're going to step one leg back again. You're going to bend that front knee, keeping your chest up and the back heel on the ground, both feet pointing forward. Okay, so you should feel a bit of a stretch in that back calf muscle. We're going to hold that one there for some nice big breath. Okay, hold that one there. If you're sitting, what I want you to do is I want you to bring that foot back as far as you can under your knee, and then you're just going to gently lean down, trying to get your heel towards the floor until you feel a stretch in your calf muscle. Okay, hold that there. Standing people, you'll need to change your legs, so you're going to bring your right leg back this time. Same thing, bend that front knee, chest up, feel that stretch in that back calf muscle. If you're sitting, you can now change legs also, so slide that right foot back underneath you, heel gently pressing down towards the ground. Really nice. Good, okay, so we're all going to come back down to sitting now. Okay, so make your way back down onto your chair. I'm going to get you to bring your left leg out in front of you, nice and straight. Okay, keep your right knee bent. Hands on the right knee, sit nice and tall. Bend forward, hinging from your hips until you feel a stretch down the back of that straight leg. We're just going to hold that there. Take some nice slow breath in and out. Well done. Keep on holding. And then bring it back in. Okay, bend that left leg, straighten out the right one. Hands on the left knee. Sit nice and tall. Hinge forward from your hips until you feel that stretch down the back of the right leg. Chest nice and tall. Remember that good posture. Try not to collapse. Hold that there. Really nice. And relax out. Okay, so now I want you to bring your hands towards the base of your back, okay, or as far around as you can. You're going to try and really widen those collarbones, okay, bring the shoulders back together, head nice and high, and feel that stretch across the front of your body, especially after all those push-ups. This is a good one. Sit, keep on here, nice big breath in and out. One more big breath. Lovely. Give everything a nice little shake. Fantastic. Well done, everyone. Thank you for joining me for this level 3 different stroke exercise class. If you've completed the class and you've enjoyed it, please give us a thumbs up. As always, if you have any comments or feedback, please leave them below. Have a great rest of your week, and I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Okay, take care.